Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Winter Intersession course, Learn to Excel in Excel. My name is Ian Fairman. I am a graduate student here at WVU, and I'm in the Department of Sociology. A little bit more about me later. So, this first video is just a brief overview of the syllabus, talk about some of the stuff we're going to get into before we actually dive into the actual course content. So the syllabus is going to start with some instructor information, my name, Ian B. Fairman, my email address. Now, my email is the best way to contact me if you need any support or have any questions or anything like that. My office hours will be Monday from 12 to 1, Tuesday from 2 to 3, Wednesday from 1 to 2, Thursday from 2 to 3, Friday from 2 to 3 as well, or by appointment. And all office hours will be held on Zoom. The Zoom link is on eCampus. If you need any help outside of these office hours or you can't make it to any of them, again, please email me and I'll set up a time with you. A little bit about the course. The course is 1 credit. There are no prerequisites. You can come in with zero understanding of Excel, and I will make you or help you become more competent. And this course is not designed to be repeatable. That means you get one shot at it. All right. So the course description, it's sort of lengthy. In essence, it boils down to everything uses data in the real world. If you're in marketing, if you're in science, if you're in whatever, there's always data to be analyzed. And Excel is one of the main resources that people use to analyze data. Thus, being proficient in Excel and knowing how to use Excel properly gives you a great leg up against your competitors. Here are some of the learning objectives. Again, kind of boring. How to organize data, how to use formulas, etc. So, the course materials, there are no required materials other than the desktop version of Excel. If you do not have the desktop version of Excel, the online version of Excel is okay. I would not suggest using Google Sheets. While you can do all the functions that I'm going to ask you to do in both Excel Online and in Google Sheets, I highly recommend using the full desktop version of Excel. If you don't know how to get that, you get it for free through WVU, and I have a video on how to download that and how to get it up and running. All right, so here are the assignments. We only have 3 weeks together, so we don't have too many assignments. There are 5 major topics that we cover that I will talk about shortly, but the assignments that you have to complete, you have 5 Excel assignments, that one for each of the major topics. You have 3 quizzes. These quizzes are very easy, very short. They shouldn't take you any more than 10 minutes to complete. And then you have a final project. Now, for the final project, you have a few different options. Option number 1 is an oral exam, where you and I get together either over Zoom or you can come to my office and we have a short discussion on Excel. I give you a spreadsheet, I ask you to perform a few basic things and ask you why you're doing them the ways that you're doing, and then that's it. Option number 1 is my preferred option. It makes it easy for me to grade. It's easy for you to do. It doesn't take very long, but there are other options. So option number 2 is a simple experiment where you design and conduct a simple experiment. You need at least 15 data points in your experiment, and then you create and analyze the data. This is a little bit more time consuming. You have to be a little bit creative because you're coming up with your own experiment. Now, don't create an experiment that's too elaborate or too grandiose that you can't complete it. This is a 1 credit class that you're taking over 3 weeks, so make it very simple. Now, number 3 is you create your own gradebook. This probably isn't extraordinarily useful for those of you unless you're going into teaching, but it does cover all of the basic tools that you need to operate Excel effectively. So you can create your own gradebook, input some grades, have it calculate them, and so on. Number four is kind of a choose your own adventure style. You have some data from your personal life, whether it be going to the gym, from gaming, whatever. You have some data, you put that data together in some sort of way, you organize it, you analyze it, and you create some charts and graphs and show it to me. Now, any of these options are all equally valid, and you can do any of them that you like, whichever boats your float, as they say. All right, so here's the grade breakdown. So this course is out of 1,000 points. Each assignment is worth some number of points, and they add up to 1,000. The Excel assignments, there's 5 of them. They total 300 points, and each one is 60 points. The quizzes, there's 3 of them. They are 300 points, 100 points each. And the final project is 400 points, 400 points each. Only one final project. There's 10 total assignments, 1,000 points. Now, the grades are every 100 points down from 1,000. So 1,000 to 900 is an A, 899 to 800 is a B, 799 to 700 is a C, 699 to 600 is a D, and 599 or below is an F. Now, I'm grading all assignments on a pass-fail basis. This doesn't mean that you won't receive feedback and I will mark things on your assignments. However, it means if you get most of it right, you get a pass and full credit. If you do not, you will receive a not pass and receive nothing. Now, I will give you opportunities to resubmit assignments if you do not receive a pass on them, but this is only a limited number as we only have 3 weeks. This course is designed to be very, I don't want to say easy, but easy to get a good grade. As long as you try, as long as you're putting effort in, you will get a very high grade. I don't imagine that any of you taking this course will get below a B. I imagine at least half of you will receive A's. All right, midterm grades. All grades will be updated on Sundays after I've done all my grading for the week. All right, let's talk about my grading policy. All right, as I said, all grades will be pass-fail. If you disagree with how I've graded you, you have a chance to dispute it. Please email me and present an argument of why you think you deserve a different grade to that of which you received. And then if I find your argument compelling, I'll either change your grade, or if I don't find your argument so compelling, I'll ask you to redo it. And then I'll grade you based on your new assignment. Notably, the final exam, you cannot redo or dispute the grade on, as we only have a limited time in this class, and once I grade it, it'll be graded. All right, late work. So all assignments will be open from the start of the semester and remain open until the end of the semester. I will put due dates on the assignments. However, you do not need to complete the assignments by their requisite due date. The only due date that's hard that you do need to hit is January 7th. Of course, this course runs from December 22nd to January 8th. I need everything in by January 7th so that I have a chance to be able to grade it and get it all done in time. It is not my job to teach you time management skills. You're all adults. You all have lives. You can get things done whenever you want to get them done, as long as you get them done before the end of the semester. All right, let's talk about my AI policy. With the growing prevalence of AI, and you students probably know more about it than I do, and you guys are probably several steps ahead when it comes to using it on assignments and getting around all the different checkers there are. That's fine. With that being said, this course can be done exclusively through AI. However, the point of this course is to teach you how to do it. In the real world, when you have these AI models, you can do all the required work with the model. However, you need to be able to double check it and make sure it's doing it right. At least at this point in time, the AI models that are out are not sophisticated enough to be able to create 100% accurate data and analysis using Excel. So this course is preparing you on how to be able to do that. And when you use AI in the real world, you can check it to make sure it's done it accurately and the way that you want it. That being said, if you are caught using AI for your assignments, you'll receive a 0. You will not have the opportunity to redo the assignment. And depending on how egregious it is, you may receive a letter from the Academic Integrity Board. I don't want to have to do this. You don't want to have to go through this. Please don't use AI. I have tried to make the assignments difficult to AI. That being said, if you ever need support getting something done, do not turn to AI, turn to me. Send me an email. I'll reply relatively quickly. We can set up a meeting. We can talk about whatever you need help with, and you will see success in this course. All right. For any other university polities, please click on the link here. I'm not going to talk about them specifically. All right, our course schedule. So we have 5 major topics that include data entry and sorting, formatting, mathematical operations and functions, simple graphs, and then some advanced graph stuff. Week 1, we will be doing the data entry, the data sorting, the formatting, and a little bit more formatting. Week 2, we will do the mathematical operations, the functions, the simple graph stuff, and the advanced graph stuff. And then week 3 will just be a catch-up week as well as working on your final project. I imagine that most things will be done by the end of the second week, and then you can use all of the third week to work on your final project. But if you don't have anything completed by the end of the second week, the third week is when you have time to catch up. Now, I said that everything would be done, that you could do anything on your own time frame. However, quiz number 3 is where I ask you to talk about and describe what final project you're doing, as well as if you're doing the oral exam, you need to sign up for a time slot to have the oral exam. That does need to be done by the due date. If you have any questions about the syllabus or anything else, feel free to reach out via email. If not, have an awesome day. Thank you.